Question I have for you is, what tips would you give for the test day? What should you bring? What should you watch out for? Was there anything, like was there any, because I think you guys, there are test centers in different parts of the cities and students have to get there. What were the timings? Did you have to, should you get there an hour early? Like anything you would like to advise for future aspirants?
Okay, so I will start recommending them the day before, what they should do before the examination, the day before, and on the exam day. So let's say you've done your entire syllabus, everything's done, Alhamdulillah, and you're on the last day, and the next day is your examination. On the last day, I would not recommend studying whatsoever. You can, if you really want, if you have those small condensed notes that you either made or either got, just overview it, but don't go deep into it. So don't do every single question or every single part. Just overview it if you really want to, and then just close the books. So for example, what I did was that at 6 p.m. I closed all the books before the day of the exam. Every single book was closed. I had opened nothing, and I chilled throughout the entire day. Obviously, because I'm very religious, I really made dua and prayed to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala that He would pass me in this examination. And then I sat down, had my favorite food, chilled with my family, and watched some TV shows. And then obviously, because the exam day was just like tomorrow, the next day, I rested myself completely, and I took a minimum of 7 hours of sleep, so to ensure that my mind was fresh and I was not studying throughout the entire night. I was not burning the midnight oil. And
Sleep is
so all
very,
of that happened, and absolutely, sleep is very important.
yeah.
So the exam day came, and on the exam day, a really good recommendation would be that when you wake up, obviously take a good shower, have a healthy meal, and obviously don't eat too much that you start, because all the stress and the tension is coming in, you might feel nauseous. So eat sufficiently so that you can get through the examination. And when you're going for the exam, leave early. So like you said, it would be recommended to leave an hour early. And I would recommend taking something like a chocolate, like a dairy milk, or some sliced juice with you on the way, so you can have it and obviously get your carbs in and be prepared for your examination. And again, being early is really important, because so like what happened with me is that tuition centers are all around Karachi and all around the different areas of every province of Pakistan. So I had to go to Gulshan, and I had to give my exam over there. Now, on the way, I had no issues. I went there early. I got all of my stuff done. But sadly, on the way back after the exam, my car broke down. So, God forbid, this could have happened while I was going for
Oh,
the
yeah, it could
examination.
have happened before.
So, thank God that didn't happen. So, go early, make sure your transport is arranged, make sure there are no issues, and then obviously go for the examination with complete confidence. And when you're at the examination hall, so all you need is your admit card and your CNIC, the original CNIC. So
Mm-hmm.
that is all that is needed, and nothing else at all. They did not even allow a single pen to be taken inside during my examination. So I went in, sat down. They provided us water, their tablets, and this time they did not have papers for rough work. Instead, they had these whiteboards. So while doing my question on my whiteboard, I just made like a lined, a halfway separation, and started solving. So for example, let's say I was in physics. I would do question number one, and if I had to do the numerical, I would just write it down over there. And after writing it down, instead of erasing it, I would just put a box around it and do the next question. So that, God forbid, if I really wanted to go back, I could, although I did not, Alhamdulillah. So that's important. And because you guys have 3.5 hours, utilize the entire 3.5 hours if possible, and don't look at what others are doing, because on exam day there were literally students outside the tent, outside the hall, who had every single book. One guy literally had the stack of books with him, and he was giving it out to people and literally studying through it, and that got me tensed. So I said, okay, stop, Rayan, look down, and just, you've done your best, and that's it, no more. And I just went for the exam, and Alhamdulillah, it went
To
well.
add to that, after graduating from medical school, you give, once you're in this medical field, Rayan, it's for you as well. You're gonna give an exam every 2 weeks, every month. You're just gonna be doing exams all the time. O level, A level, MBBS, ward tests, and it's just like so many exams. And what I realize is during this exam prep, the most fun you should be having is the few hours the day before the exam, because you worked so hard throughout. At the end, you did all you can do. At the end, leave it to God and just, just go there with a fresh mind, be confident, and that's all you can do, to be honest. You can't, if you screw up, something goes wrong, oh well, it wasn't meant to be. You just move on. Like, you tried your best. There's a limit to what a human being could do, and like beyond that, you can't do anything. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
so I feel
absolutely,
this is very
100%
important.
agreed.
And obviously, I understand that people get anxious and they're worried. I totally understand, but I feel like controlling that nerve is gonna define whether you make it or you're not, because it's such a fine margin. And being calm and composed, that is the key to acing any exam in the world.
Absolutely agreed. Absolutely. And furthermore, I would also add a small point is that after the examination, don't stress yourself any further, because after examination, many people discuss their questions. So instead of asking, yeah, what was that answer? What was this answer? Just you're done with the exam, you've aced it, inshallah, and just enjoy yourself because you deserve this.
Yeah,
After 4 months of studying and the MDCAT and all the blunders that PMC makes, just go home, chill out with your friends and family, and just rest.
yeah. So I guess on this note, this whole thing is over. Thank you so much, Rayan Imran, for joining us today. And you have your own YouTube channel. We would link it in the description box. Hopefully, you could guide future medical students as well from your side. And hopefully, this video is deemed useful to future medical aspirants, and especially from those from Karachi and A-level background. I feel at this point, you can no longer differentiate A-level students have an edge or Karachi board students have an edge. No one has an edge. Federal board students have an edge. But then we don't compete for the same seats, so that's a different matter. Like, and at the end of the day, we all gotta study a different board. And it just depends. At the end, those who study well, who are organized, they would succeed. And I would definitely recommend to future students, I know this whole phase is depressing. I would definitely recommend watching random and more vlogs. I feel like, like it would give you an insight on what the university you're aiming for is like. So I've received a lot of feedback from medical students saying these vlogs were really, really motivating and really, really helpful. So although these vlogs
Yeah.
they could be a waste of time, but you're watching something productive, I guess. Like, you're being productive.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, so
So
I've watched your videos since ninth grade, and obviously during the periods of my examination, I just watch your vlogs just sometimes for a laugh or just to have some motivation. And honestly, your entire Random and More team have motivated me to do my own YouTube channel. And obviously, alhamdulillah, because of you, I aced my examination as well. So thank you so much for that.
hey, thank you so much today for joining us, Ryan. And I really, really hope you do successful in this medical career. You're gonna enjoy. It's gonna be a lot of studying. Make the most of it. Enjoy every moment. And on this note, let's end this video. Thank you so much. Make sure you're subscribed.